Good bloody God. Oh, what a long Saturday it's been. What a long and quite frankly tiring and frustrating Saturday. That's work for you. But it's also what happens, and it's also how you feel when you come to terms with a game that was there to be won, a game that was there to be, 3 points collectors again. The sort of game where it's like, sure, it poses its challenges, but definitely you get the job done. Just a bit of professionalism, a bit of clarity, a bit of straightforwardness, right? Today has shown me a very outlined, a very glaring issue, very big glaring issue. And this manager is the sole culprit to us not winning this game. And here's the damning comparison. If Ruud van Nistelrooy was in charge today, we would have won. We would have won. Because I'll tell you why we would have won. I'll tell you why. First and foremost, Maguire never makes it onto the pitch. He doesn't. Everybody knows. Just outright, everybody knows. Matthijs de Ligt is considerably better than Harry Maguire. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows it. I said in the prediction for the game, in the game, in the match preview, I said, look, the defensive setup's got to feature all the best players and the players that are most suitable for the sort of test we're up against. But no. And people have said all summer long, it's fine if we don't sell Maguire. He's a great fourth choice. And I low-key had that feeling, that sinking feeling. Oh, trust me. He will somehow not be fourth choice. He will somehow find his way in to being first choice. He will somehow make it in to the first team picture. He'll start games. He'll bench the better alternatives, and the same reasons that the likes of Mourinho and Oli and Rangnick and soon to be Ten Hag got sacked when they decided to, instead of choosing the route to have balls and actually play the players that they signed and the better players and more suitable players for each of those roles, let's play the bum squad. Let's play the bum squad. Let's play the players who I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to get rid of them. Let's keep playing them, guys. Let's keep starting them. Maguire's my fourth choice centre-back, allegedly. He's ahead of Matthijs de Ligt. He's ahead. What's to say, right? And hypothetically, let's say Lenny Yoro's fit. Does Maguire start in front of Lenny Yoro? Because I think he does. I genuinely think this manager would be starting Harry Maguire ahead of Lenny Yoro. So we could have two of his signed centre-backs sat on the bench doing fuck all whilst he's put in somebody who's failed at this club for that long. And but it's a new era though, guys. It's a new era. Everyone gets a clean slate, right? Everyone gets a clean slate. Is that right? Am I reading from the same script? Good evening, Arsenal Manic. Congratulations on your 2-0 win. You've buried the Good Evening Merchant, at least until you play them next at the Emirates. Tony picked up his first win. Arsenal 2 for 2. Could have gone wrong, game turned. The substitutions. Leandro Trossard, game changer. Best player at Arsenal Football Club. Best, most talented player at Arsenal Football Club. Seriously, I don't know why Arteta does not start that guy more. Seriously, run with it. Run with it. That guy is, from a creative standpoint and a finishing standpoint, fantastic. Seriously, he's got to get more game time for you. But same cannot be said about bloody players like Marcus Rashford. I mean, seriously, the guy just he's just done at this club. He's just done at this club. He really is. Garnacho benched again, and people will say, "Oh, but he missed it. He missed last weekend." What he offers on, like, he came on and he was immediately a big hit. Within minutes of coming off the bench, big hit. He offers something to this team that it needs in a player on the left wing. Marcus Rashford cannot make it. He cannot make it work. And this is the thing. This fan base, we've all made excuses for this guy not performing, saying, "Oh, his best position's at striker. Goes to striker, fails. Oh, his best position's at left wing. Put him at left wing, fails. Maybe right wing. Play him at right wing. Switch over the wingers, fails again. The guy's finished. He's wasted. He's it's self-inflicted wasting. And the worst thing about it is the manager just is a happy clapper. He loves it. He adores it. I don't get it. Like, seriously, any sane person would realize that insisting that you're going to get the best out of Rashford has managed to get that many people sacked before him. Oh, but I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to get it across the line. I'm definitely going to be the difference maker. Give me a break. Give me a bloody break. It's actually stunning how much influence a manager can have. And I'll tell you what, based off what everybody else on the pitch had done today, I would say it probably took more effort. It probably genuinely took more effort for Manchester United to somehow lose this game than win it. You'd have to work harder to lose that game. And that manager, Ten Hag, today, give him his flowers, man. Give him his flowers. He put in a solid performance, 10 out of 10 in throwing that game. It honestly, you might as well have said that he was literally on his last stand and he's getting the kick out the door now. It's like a manager who knows he's literally one game away from being sacked, saying, "Well, I'm not turning this around, so let's kick the bucket with this job. Let's kill it. Let's finish it. Let's end it." But no. Second game into the new season, third season, and that's the thing. I'm gonna make it the official. Like, if we ever come to judging what, to critiquing the manager on the things he does well, the things he doesn't do so well, we'll license all of that. All talk about Ten Hag with this line: it's year 3. It's year 3. Anything we say about the manager, it's year 3. Harry Maguire starting for Manchester United Football Club, second game into the season. New signing, Ten Hag's dream centre-back, benched. Dream centre-back, fully fit, ready to go. Minutes last weekend, benched. Hold that. Hold bench. What for? It's year 3. Year 3. And a guy you strip the captaincy of, is now starting games again. The guy you relegated to being behind Varane, Martinez, Johnny Evans, Lindelof last season. The guy was essentially fifth choice last season, only really played because of injuries before getting injured himself, by the way. But now he's starting ahead of competition. He's starting ahead of other people that are better than him. It would be like saying, well, last season, Rafael Varane benched, Lindelof benched, Evans benched, Martinez benched. No matter what, Maguire has to start as one of the two centre-backs. He has to. I feel like I want to be sick. I genuinely do. Because that sort of decision is the suicidal decision that genuinely says, well, I give up. It has to. I give up at managing Manchester United Football Club. What do? The player that I signed, bench him. Bench him. You should have moved on Rashford by now. Yeah, he's not even on Eddie's wages, he's on mega salary. Well, that's the thing, is Ineos came in with the impression that he was Mr. Manchester United. Well, I suppose he is Mr. Manchester United after all. He is the Mr. Manchester United of 8th place Manchester United, of mid-table mediocrity. He is the face of that. And I think it's symbolic, right? You elect a face of the worst Manchester United side of all time. Marcus Rashford is in the picture frame. He is in the crop. He's in the money shot. That's the face you see. That is the face you see when you talk about, well, when we look back in time into the annals of history and we say, wow, that period of time when Manchester United were right failures. Who was the main guy at that time? Oh, Marcus Rashford. He is the guy for this failed era. He is. I don't understand why we've now got management obsessed, absolutely obsessed with starting somebody who should have been sacked for the criminal performances he's put in for a whole lot longer than a couple seasons. It's been way longer than a couple seasons of failure and mediocrity from that guy. But he starts ahead of a Garnacho, yeah, that is actually impactful every time he's on the football pitch. He had a moment of embarrassment against Fulham where he should have buried his chance. And this game, a goal that he had was ruled out for offside, unfortunately. Judging that it was actually his goal. Was it his goal? I think it was his goal. I think it was Joshua Zirkzee that had got the... was it that? I'm pretty sure it was. Let me scroll back. Yes, it was. So it was Garnacho who assisted for the offside goal. But still in the right positions to have impact, to actually have an impact on the game, to stir the result in your favour. Like, I don't get it. But yeah, let's start him every week. And then we get on to the fucking 2 false nines, the Mount and Fernandes project, the Mount and Fernandes experiment, the love fest up top. What the fuck? It's not worked against Fulham. It's not really worked in pre-season. Why was it going to work in this game? You needed the focal point. I said start Joshua Zirkzee. Another Ten Hag signing. Not starting. Why? Why? You use the excuse that he's not fully fit or these guys are not fully up to speed for the last game. Why would they be training for a full week, getting minutes in the last game, to not be at all ready this week. It doesn't make any sense. It really, really doesn't make any sense. Big up Hot Fuzz and Chat. Big up the Goat Saves Football. Hope all is well with you. I'm praying that I'm genuinely praying that Chelsea can lose tomorrow. Or actually, I'll paint this ugly picture. How's this for ugly? Manchester United could legitimately, by the end of this weekend, one, be 13th place. Sure, it's only second game of the season. Changes in the table are going to be dramatic. But two, it could be the only team expected to win a game, and they're not. The only team that is meant to win, on paper, meant to win, and be the only team out of all of them that's not. Levels. Prepare the funeral march, guys. Prepare the funeral march. We're literally game week 2 and we're already starting the fucking funeral processions. It's madness. And thank you, Ten Hag, for that. Thank you very much. Plaudits to you for absolutely being a wanker in taking this game by the scruff of the neck and saying, I'm just joking, Brighton. I'm not going to seriously beat you. Here, have 3 points. One guy has done that today. One fucking guy has single-handedly made Manchester United Football Club, the whole bloody elite-sized fucking globalised club, lose to Brighton on his own. He doesn't need anybody else, just himself. It's fucking mental. Big up Fuzzy, what happened? We had a good win. Big up to Anthony Herbert, you did. Well, result-wise, yes. Performance, you guys stank out the place. And that's, you needed your best player, Leandro Trossard, and that's another baffler, with Arteta. Your best player at the club, couldn't buy him minutes. Couldn't buy him any minutes. You're stuck with playing Martinelli, who's put in wasteful performances. A Bukayo Saka that's, only able to shine in absolute moments. It's crazy. Genuinely crazy. Humble. Somebody in the ugly section on Wednesday. Can we ask Tony, right, to take out my face and stick Ten Hag's face in there? Could we do that? Tony, if you're watching, can we do that with the thumbnails? Can we plant Ten Hag in the ugly section? Because he's the ugliest fucker in the entire UK this weekend. The ugliest fucker. We could have gone 2-3 behind. Watkins misses open goals. Shots come off the bar. Our goalie makes saves. And Raya as well, by the way. Raya, some brilliant performance today. Brilliant performance from Raya. Think, hopefully for you guys, that's the tipping point for Ramsdale to call it a day on his Arsenal career and jump ship. But got to trust Edu to actually do the duties with that. Yes, good win. Ryan, man of the match for me. Great save, and Trossard coming on made the impact. Absolutely. Still need wingers, in my opinion, and striker. People calling for Trossard to start, but he seems more impactful off the bench. Unlikely to sign striker or wingers this window, though. Had months. You spent about, 7 weeks signing a midfielder. I don't see how a midfield signing like Merino would be a change or an improvement to the performance that you had against Villa today. For me, it has to be the goal scoring end of the pitch that you need all the investment in, and it's not happening. doesn't look like it's happening. So I don't know about you guys, but I think if Arsenal don't win the league, or if there's any reason Arsenal should lose a game, I think we all know preemptively. We would know why. We could diagnose the problem before really seeing what the problem actually is. I ain't seen Hot Fuzz this peeved off before. I've been peeved off like this a couple of times, but it's just this season the change has to happen. Where the last 2 seasons I would have given Ten Hag the benefit of the doubt, but the thing is that when you see some of the shit that we've had this game, and it's from the starting lineup, he's absolutely fucked the starting lineup, and he's absolutely fucked the game management with the substitutions. The only good substitutions he made were bringing Garnacho on and Xerxes on. But why? And De Ligt, the only good substitutions. Took off Bruno Fernandes, your captain, right, in an open state of game, right? So your most creative player in the team, the most creative player in the team, whether you rate the guy or not, he's the most creative player, the player with the most flair and the focal point for creativity of the team is Bruno Fernandes. He thought the best way to win this game was to take away the focal point of creativity, take it away in an open state of game, open state of play, end to end, spaces, gaps, all over the place, all over the place. He thought, I know just the thing. Let's take the most plausible option to actually potentially winning the game off the pitch, and let's put somebody who literally does nothing between the boxes, nothing. And by the way, clock this, for a guy that's had a bid from Napoli come in several days before, and the club openly looking to sell him. What the fuck are we doing with the player we're trying to sell being in the matchday squad? And not just that, but getting on the pitch. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? You're trying to sell the guy. Stop playing him. Stop playing him. Kick him out of the setup. Let him know. That's how you run a football club. That's how you run an elite establishment in football. You say, thanks for the service, Scott, but you're surplus to requirements. We need some money. You're on the sell list. We said this at the start of the transfer window. But that's fine. We'll clear you to get on the team bus and go potentially fuck your hamstring or something, or bust your knee, or break your ankle or something. Great, let's risk injury. Let's stick him in a really compromising, precarious position, right? And have a manager that for some reason gets sick kicks off of, teetering in the risk factor. When I was told that Man United were taking risks this season, I wasn't talking about Man United taking risks on a business front. Saying, well, yeah, we're meant to be selling this player, but do you know what? I think it would be really hilarious as if we played this guy that we're trying to sell. I'll tell you what, let's say hypothetically, if Man United had a bid accepted on the Friday for Scott McTominay, right? And when is it we play next? When is it we play next, guys? Saturday? Sunday? Is it Saturday or Sunday? On the 1st of September. On the Sunday. So we play on Sunday. Lovely. Beautiful. So we can play on Sunday, right? We'd have the bid from McTominay accepted. This sick manager will probably try to fucking start him. Or stick him on the bench. Great. Fantastic. Brilliant. De Ligt should have started today. It was a A little bit of a question mark him not starting last weekend. He had to start this weekend. And that not starting De Ligt cost us 3 points. Maguire cost us a goal. Persistence with bullshittery. Maguire starts, cost us a goal. Bruno Fernandes gets subbed off for a box merchant, with literally, you took off the guy that was going to help get the ball to the box. You subbed him off for a person who's going to sit in the box and wonder, "Hi guys, where's the ball? Where's the ball?" Yeah, the person who's meant to get the ball to you went off for you to be on the pitch. Yeah, make sense of that one. Make sense of that one. How was one go? I guess Andre Onana should be the guy to just run into midfield and play the ball in. Make him an attacking midfielder. Go for it. Take risks, guys. Take risks. The name of the game this season. Year 3. It's year 3. And we're subbing off Fernandes for a player we're trying to sell in McTominay to be a catalyst in, and the decisive factor in turning a draw into a win. And it murdered the game. It murdered it. Stone cold dead. Killed it. Big ups, Trip Vic. Here's to you, buddy. Ten Hag is the biggest problem, and it's very evident. Today, you very much painted that picture. And the thing is, as I've said, Trip Vic, I could give him the benefit of the doubt the last 2 seasons, but now you have to tie this tagline with everything we talk about the manager and with this squad. It's year 3. It's year 3 now. Anything that he's making as blatant, glaring mistakes from the last 2 seasons, he's had too many case studies and occurrences where it's very obvious for the world to see. Oh, well, that's a big boo-boo from Ten Hag. I'm sure he will see that. I'm sure he'll fix it. Well, it's been 2 years that he's had to fix the blatantly obvious problems, and he's still causing problems. The same ones that we've told him to fix up on, that the board has told him to fix up on. He's still making the same bullshit mistakes. And the fact is that he's playing players that he doesn't really want. So why are you playing them then? Bloody hell, 20 minutes in and Fuzzy said 10 fucks. Keep it up. Well, I've just added another one there. Fucking fuck. I'll tell you what, it makes the Sunday night takeaway show an interesting one, because I'll go off on one on there as well. The Dutch Andy Parson needs to go. Club made a mistake. That FA Cup kept him in the job. Well, the thing is that we put the faith in the manager to actually use the leveraged platform that Ineos said, well, we'll back you, give you your signings, but please start playing your football. Please start, actually getting us rolling, getting us going. Well, sure, the football's slightly different, but it counts for naught. It doesn't matter if the football's slightly different, because the same stupid mistakes are happening. With Maguire starting games, guess where the defensive line is? When we're in possession, guess where it is? It's, you get the binoculars out, you need to look down towards our own end of the pitch. You need to look down there to try and find where everybody is. And then they got to try and connect it to midfield. I mean, what? It's like trying to pass a ball with the pace of a 5-yard pass from Miami to bloody Morocco. You're trying to cover that distance and make it work. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. So you play players that can play higher, play a higher line. De Ligt is sat on the bench for 2 weeks straight. Why not use him? Why? Why not? He's fully fit and raring to go. You can start Mazraoui, but can't start De Ligt. Are you sure about that? Are you genuinely sure about that, mate? Marcus Rashford, no creativity. Garnacho's on the bench. He's been on the bench for 2-3 weeks. Why not play him? Diallo, bright spark in the team. Keep him on. Creative purposes. No, let's sub Anthony on. That clown was involved in conceding the losing goal. He was involved. He was there. Anthony, come on and be an impact substitute, mate. And he's still cocked it up. Still. Man, that guy's got to go. Like, we're coming into the season. The problem is that the manager just has such a simple job, but he literally has put in the hard work and effort to try and lose this game. That's like, honestly, you have to put it down to that. He's tried to lose the game today. He tried it. It's like Ruud van Nistelrooy's genuinely whispered in his ear, "Hey, I think I could be a better manager than you. Don't you agree?" And Ten Hag is, at first, he's gone like, "No, stop it, mate. You're my assistant manager." He's starting to sort of believe it as well now. He's starting to think, yeah, maybe you could. Oh, don't worry, Ruud. I'll speed run myself getting sacked. Well, guess what? Liverpool is the next game at Old Trafford. They might come to embarrass us. And they will embarrass us if you dare have the nerve to start the same team again next week. If he starts the same team next week as he's done this week and the week before, it's over. It's curtains. Call curtains on the manager. He's gone. He's dead. He's finished. Seriously, I will be staunchly against this manager because, as I said, it's year 3. It's not worked. You literally threw the kitchen sink at Fulham to win that game 1-0. You should, in the closing stages of the game, throw the kitchen sink at Brighton. You would have won the game. But you didn't. Instead, you took the sink away and said, "No, hold on, I'll teach you how to throw the sink at us." Well, guess what? They had a fucking solid throw and that sink came crashing down on us. Literal sabotage. Sabotage. Thank you, Ten Hag, for that. Liverpool, you've had 2 very blatant case studies of what not to do with this team. And you've got your last life with proving to everybody that you are genuinely trying to take this team forwards. It's year 3. Year 3, and we cannot see Maguire starting, McTominay on the bench or starting, out the squad, on the plane to fucking Italy. Get him out there. Drive him there if you have to. I don't care. Get him out of this club. And for the McTominay apologists, get a couple of tractors. Anthony, have you got loads of carts, like little carts that you can attach to the back of a tractor? Could you please drive every single one of these fucking McTominay apologists out to Italy with the guy? Please, I beg you. Take all of those fuckwits with them. Because these people will tell you, "Oh, I told you McTominay should have started this game. Yeah, McTominay's got to start at this team to find his impact." Fuck off. Absolutely fuck off. Suck my left nut. You bunch of fucking wankers. Swear to God. McTominay apologists, Maguire apologists are just as bad. And then the Rashford mob. The Rashford mob. Fuck me. God, I'm already a racist about 5 million different ways because I've called out and criticised Rashford for not offering anything to the team. I'm a racist 5 million times over just because of that criticism. Said nothing about anything to do with skin colour or anything. Just talking about his impact on a football pitch. Non-existent. Oh, he's racist. Oh, I guess we're all racist then because we all got something to criticise about. Every human on the planet is racist, guys. In accordance to that logic, every human on the planet is a racist because we criticise something we don't like. Racist. Criticism equals racism, guys. It's 2024. Get with the program. Absolutely fucking pathetic. And I swear to God, Liverpool, the team sheet has to make sense. It has to be Xerxes starting, De Ligt starting, Garnacho starting, Ahmad starting, Bruno is the only creator in the attacking midfield, Mount on the bench, Maguire out of the team, McTominay out of the team. Get all the people that should not be there, get them away from this team. Get them away from this team. And if it's the same lineup, he's watched his team get beaten convincingly in very many different ways by two different oppositions that shouldn't be beating us. He scraped it against Fulham and deservedly lost against Brighton. He's watched that happen, and if he sits there and says, "Oh, it just wasn't our day," and he goes into Liverpool trying to say, "Well, Fernandes up top with Mount just behind him will work. Rashford on the left in this team will work. Ahmad for about 60 minutes before subbing him off for Anthony will work. Casemiro and Mainu in the midfield with about 5,000 acres of space in behind them will work. Maguire holding hands with Onana, despite needing to be at the other end of the pitch, will work. If that happens against Liverpool, this manager has to go. Has to. You can't go 3 games in a row costing your team, your club, valuable points by absolute stupidity. It's not that you're making honest mistakes here. It's stupidity. People with half of your IQ could get that team sheet right. And they're not that bright. They've got half of your IQ. And they would still get the team sheet right. This is not even about making honest mistakes anymore. It's about you absolutely sabotaging your own job by deliberation. And it's not on. It absolutely is not on at all. Fuzzy, do you think the players are more responsible than Ten Hag? In seasons gone by, I would have said, well, look, these players are just not really what the profile of player that what Ten Hag says how he wants to play. They're not the sort of profiles that you say, well, them on the pitch should play like this. They'd be suitable for it. Well, not really. No, they weren't that suitable to playing that style of play. Well, he's got quite a few key players in this summer, but he's benching them all. And it's like, well, how can you ever complain? How can you ever complain? Because you say, well, we're not playing the way that we're not playing the way that we want to play. I still think these guys they're not the right profile. a player, not a profile player. My signings are the perfect players. Delict would start for me, but against every team this season, I play Maguire instead. What fucking world are you on? What fucking world are you on? Seriously, this season, the last 2 seasons, I gave him the benefit of the doubt by saying the players were not the right players for him. This season, he's got some of the right players and some of the better players and familiarity with them as well. Bench them all. Bench them all. No manager with more than 2 brain cells would do that. So why is he the only human being on the planet that is? Ruud van Nistelrooy sat on that bench, would not be benching Xerxes and De Ligt in this game. They wouldn't. And Garnacho wouldn't be benching them. Rennie Heck would not be benching those 3. He'd be starting them all. Because he'd want to play the best team at his disposal. But nope. Nope, Ten Hag, the only person that can't do that. It's year 3. Chelsea and Man United are generally not as patient as Arsenal either. If he doesn't deliver this season, he may be gone before the season is through. And I'll tell you this, Arsenal Manic. I'll tell you this. Some people are I'll say it like this, right? I'll listen to various people's viewpoints, right? Mark Goldbridge, right, says that he's worried for Ten Hag, right? He's worried for Ten Hag because of Ruud van Nistelrooy's presence on the bench. And I said in my previous verdicts on that setup, well, the assistant manager being a first team manager with a first team experience, like actually leading a team and managing a team, you don't bring them in to just be second managers and just that's the project right there and then. It's the contingency plan. So if the top dog doesn't do it, guess what? The understudy, perfect fit, perfect candidate. He's in the club. Recruit from within. Ruud van Nistelrooy is waiting. He's ready to pounce on taking that job from Ten Hag. He is waiting for it. He's begging for it to happen. I'm almost certain of it. He's got to be begging to take the reins of that job. I mean, why not? A club you were formerly a legend for, you get to be the manager. You know, if you play your cards right, you get to be the manager. He's in, like, the replacement for Ten Hag's already at the club, guys. The replacement for the manager is already there. He's on the bench. He was on the bench today. It's a matter of time in Ruud's eyes. It's a matter of time. I'm sure he probably doesn't feel like Ten Hag's got the tools to see it through. And Ineos, they talk a game about being successful. Well, guess what happens when you don't win anything? You're not successful. So that's a big black mark in their book. Big black mark in their book. Can't your record don't match up to our standards here. You got to go. So yes, need to be done, Fuzzy. Go off on one tomorrow on Wednesday. You can bet your ass I will. Bet your ass. This year is Ten Hag's bonus life. He didn't even know about. He should have been gone. Well, the contract, right, was to try and provoke. It had to be to provoke a reaction or something where it's like the manager steps up and the squad step up, the players step up, and everybody starts, getting on the same page. It's like a commitment tactic, right? We're committed to the manager. The players then realise, we're going to have to roll with this guy. So they upkeep standards because they know they have to. They know they have to because the board won't mess around with them. The problem is now it's not the players generally that are solely to blame for messing around. It's the manager that's messing them around as well. So, yeah. I came with good news, Fuzzy. You got a few good scores in the predictions. Let's hope Tont's done your scores this week. Yeah, I didn't do that well with scores. I finished above Richard though. I finished above your brother in last week's score. So hopefully this week is a bit more of a comeback. Hopefully I can overtake you. Good point. The replacement's already there. Van Nistelrooy's already ready to take over permanent or interim if he's asked. Boy, it's Rene Heck as well. So you probably don't need the interim because you got Rene Heck to be the assistant manager or continue to be an assistant manager there, as he's already in the setup as well. Fuzzy, I know it's poor today, but at least your manager won 2 trophies in 3 seasons so far. I can't say it about our manager. Well, the thing is, Anthony, is that whilst I agree that with Ten Hag winning 2 trophies, 1 trophy last year, another trophy before that, and I know it's like, oh well, yeah, that's the fundamentals to winning trophies. The thing is that in terms of getting things right from a manager's perspective, you're chancing that the manager's not going to cock things up to get yourself to a position where you can win a trophy for a 3rd consecutive year. And because we've seen this today, I don't have the faith, and neither does anybody else really, that managerial performance and in-game management for that many games towards the end of between now and the end of the season is going to be anywhere near enough to win us a trophy this season. So I think we all know that we were fortunate to win those 2 trophies. We did not win it because we were that damn good. We were fortunate. Hands down, fortunate to win the trophies. Still won them. You have to win them. You play what's in front of you. You have to beat them. We beat the unbeatable Pep Guardiola in the final last season rather. But what conviction have we got to say that that's going to continue as a trend moving forwards? I don't think it is. I think with how we've seen the manager handle the squad and handle these players, I think we're going to go the other way. I genuinely do. I think we'll go the other way. Cup competitions, definitely. No trophies this season, that's for sure. You can only hope, you can only pray that the league campaign is going to be any better. I do have a trailer, Fuzzy. I'll take them, or might not be in first class though. I hope it's literally the most bottom feeding class ever. Literally, even if there's like so much shite laden all over the trailers. Literally, I don't care. They can sit in their own shit. Garnacho is trash. He can be the worst midfield. He could be the worst winger in the world. He's still better than Rashford, mate. Still better than Rashford by a country mile. He still tries to do shit on the pitch, and that's all I can. That's all we can get. Trip. That's all we can get from this team. That's all we can get. We ain't signing a winger. Well, winner as well. We ain't signing a winger. So we're stuck with Garnacho and Ahmad, but they're the most proactive. The 2 most proactive wingers we got. Anthony's a fidget spinner, and Rashford's a PR merchant trying to feed starving kids. He'd much rather be wearing. Forget wearing the number 10 shirt. He'd much rather. The only 10 he cares about is 10 Downing Street. That's the only 10 he cares about. Fuck Man United's number 10. That's where he wants to be. Evening, Hoffers. Evening, Carl Rossi. Legend. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Fuck's sake, 10 Hog. Pull your finger out your arse and win a match for Fuzzy. You better. Paul, yeah. That's the thing. Pull the finger out your ass. He probably likes putting it back up after every game. Ten Hag fuzzy in the ball. Yes, if Chip Vic is Ten Hag in a fuzzy in a bold cap. Yes, I wear a wig. It was really hot fuzz on the touchline in in uh, in Brighton today, and he's clueless, guys. He's clueless. He does not know how to play or how to manage a team. Galbraith is kids content creator. All he does is spread lies and fairy tales. Or as some people call him, God bitch. Selling out for big corporations and organisations is the easiest way to make money, and people without a spine like Gold Beach, football terrorists, etc., taking full advantage of it. It's the way that media's gone nowadays. I mean, punditry is the worst it's ever been. Punditry, and then some of the opinions you get on the internet are honestly some of the worst things ever. Like people saying, like Rio Ferdinand. I mean, oh my god, this guy used to serially win Premier League titles for us, and this guy would literally, if he could, he would marry Harry Maguire. I swear to God, he would marry the guy. It's madness. It genuinely is. Manchester United winger starting because he runs more. Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, would we rather a winger that doesn't run, that loses the ball by running into everybody and doesn't track back? Garnacho tracks back more than Rashford. Garnacho passes more than Rashford. Garnacho makes the runs into channels more than Rashford. There's three things right there that immediately makes Garnacho light years better than Rashford. And that's the thing, because Garnacho is the best option that we've got at the club, at the moment, why are we playing the worst option? Play the best that you have at your disposal, and then tell your board, can you sign me a better player in the summer? Can you sign me a better player in January? But there's a weird complex at this club where Rashford, being Mr. Manchester United, nobody can possibly be better than him. Like these people are literally living like ostriches. Literally, just head buried in the sand. Like, these people need to wake up and smell the coffee. Stop being Rashi's best mate. He ain't here for you, and you're not there for him. Literally, the guy's an employee. Start treating him like an employee. He's not performing. You don't just say, well, he's my favourite, so he gets infinite leeway. Like, seriously, stop treating him like he's your friend. He's not your friend. He could care less. He could care less about friendships at Manchester. Well, the only friend he has really got is Jadon Sancho, but you know, Ten Hag's made his bed with Sancho, and yeah, about time that they actually sorted that out. Which, by the sounds of it, with the whole Jadon Sancho situation, it genuinely sounds like the resolve was just for media spin, and it was just the board saying, sort your shit out, but they haven't really sorted it out, and it's still there, and there's still friction and tension between the two. I genuinely think that Ten Hag, being the pathological liar he is, and he is a pathological liar, literally saying, well, Jadon's a great player. He's sweet-talked him throughout the summer, but first instance of trouble or problems, he's out the squad again. It's out the squad again. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. But please, guys, if you haven't done so already, put your thoughts and your feelings in the comment section down below. Make sure you smash the likes on the stream and subscribe if you haven't done so already. On the road to 300 subs, if we can get that, it'll be a mad push. But if we can do it before we get out of 2024, that would be fantastic. But ultimately, yeah, moral of the story: the manager is sabotaging his position at the club. The only person to blame is the manager, because as how the saying goes, is it? You fuck around and you find out. Yeah, yeah, it carries over into football as well, Eric. It carries over into football as well. So yeah, don't fuck around with Liverpool, because otherwise we'll help you find out. We will help you find out. Take care, people. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights, and you'll see me back here on the Sunday Night Takeaway Show tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Do be sure to check back in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, for Sunday Night Takeaway Show. Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of people waiting for me to start talking on a hot mic tomorrow night, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I don't do this for my sole enjoyment. I do it for everybody else's, and if it's entertainment you want, then entertainment is your get. So it is what it is. But until then, take care. I'm going to drown myself in chocolate milk, and I recommend other Man United fans do the same. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, ciao for now.